Well, it flooded down in Texas. Over 90 people drowned. Yeah, it flooded down in Texas. Over 90 people drowned. Climate change is gonna keep killing us. Politicians won't make a single sound. Well, let's have a serious chat about why there are 90 plus dead people in Texas and why this was completely preventable. I can already tell there are going to be a bunch of trolls in the comment section saying, "This is what most of America voted for." Well, great, pat yourselves on the back, because now there's 90 dead people in Texas. I warned you guys about the cuts to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration several videos back, probably towards the beginning of the year or the spring, and well, we are now seeing the wondrous outcome of that. The National Weather Service had 660 plus people laid off. They cut the number of weather balloons that are being launched to predict the weather. There's like millions of bytes of data that have to be collected to adequately predict the weather. And they cut most of that funding, so there aren't as many weather balloons going up, and they're not getting as much info, so they can't predict the weather as reliably as they could before Agent Orange Spray Tan took office. And Doggy got in there and completely destroyed our ability to predict the weather and these increasingly intense storms. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration had a 30% funding cut. More than 2,000 workers were laid off. And these are the people that predict the increasingly insane weather that's being caused by our continued insistence. Wow. It's threatening our continued existence, but our continued, I'm not going to include myself in this, obviously, because I got off this shit like 20 years ago, but the insistence of continuing to burn fossil fuels in the face of our species' ability to exist here ending abruptly due to carbon trapped in the atmosphere heating the entire planet and causing this kind of horrific weather fuckery like we just saw in Texas. the EPA got a 55% cut, a 60% funding cut, and your dear leader, if there are any actual conservatives watching my videos, I don't know why there would be. That's absolutely not the community I'm trying to foster here. If you think climate change is a hoax, please fuck off and get off my channel. Seriously. I don't need the collective IQs of my community being dragged down by these troll comments. Like, if you didn't pass 9th grade biology, that's on you. You should know what's happening right now and why, and there's really no excuse for it. Yeah, they're phasing out FEMA, the government agency that provides disaster relief to anybody hit by a hurricane or a flood or a tornado or a drought or, you know, name something that capitalism and climate change are causing that kills people, and they're cutting funding for the disaster recovery for it. Over 200 employees cut, and $446 million cut out of FEMA because billionaires needed a tax break. Oh, woe is them, those poor, poor billionaires with their mega yachts and their private jets. Whatever would they do without a tax break? They just wouldn't be able to survive, right? Not like those kids, you know, who were swept away at that camp and floated down the river to drown. You know, poor billionaires, man. Whatever will we do to finally satiate and satisfy the billionaires so that they can sleep soundly at night? I don't know. I don't know. I guess the billionaires need more help than those kids in Texas, obviously. 'Cause they're getting the money instead of those people looking for their fucking children. Right now, 20 miles downstream in a pile of logs and debris. Yeah. Straight up, the wealthy want us dead, folks. I don't know how this isn't sinking in. I don't know how it didn't sink in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. They want us dead. They have their emergency bunkers that they have built in New Zealand and Hawaii and wherever the fuck. And they are planning on just pushing down the pedal on climate change until the planet is completely on fire. And they think they're going to sit in their little toasty emergency bunkers with their AI robot slaves and guards protecting them, while the rest of us just perish and get demolished by this shit that they are causing. Openly and unapologetically, and not even trying to hide it anymore. I mean, drill baby drill really translates to kill your children, kill. I mean, there's still how many missing kids who haven't been recovered yet from this one event in Texas? And I'm sure Americans and their fleeting memory and attention will just completely forget about this disaster like they forget about every other disaster. And they're racking up more and more quickly and becoming more and more frequent. And I guess everybody's attention span has just melted. I don't know how all of the events over my lifetime aren't stacking up for the rest of the population. I've only been here since the 70s, and I have seen climate change increase in frequency and intensity rapidly, especially during the last 20 years, and there are still full-grown, functioning somehow adults in this country who think that this is not real. They think that what just happened in Texas isn't real, and that big oil is their savior and not lying to them, just like big tobacco wasn't lying to them, I guess. Cigarettes are totally safe, right? Just like big tobacco said. Because why would a multi-billion-dollar corporation lie to you over and over and over again? Why do people think corporations aren't lying to them? I mean, this is just the most fucked up evil shit imaginable, and I don't get why we're tolerating this, or why anybody thinks that this is not the fault of the fossil fuel industry, when it absolutely, I mean, there's no argument here. Oh my god, this is just kind of fucking mind-blowing that there's still any discussion about what's causing this, and who's to blame, and who's accelerating it and making us worse. Again, folks, rich people want you dead. They do not give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. You know? You are a Kleenex that they wipe their ass with and then blow their nose on and then throw into a fire. That's what we are to these absolutely insane psychopaths who hoard all the wealth in the world and tell the rest of us we have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Has anybody ever tried to physically pull themselves up by their bootstraps? And if that's possible, why don't these billionaires give all their money away if they can make it like that again with no problem? Just by pulling themselves up by their bootstraps. And here they are telling us that we should, you know, suffer while they increasingly get tax breaks and increasingly make the world unsafe for you, and if anybody was short-sighted enough to actually have children, I don't even know what to say to you right now. Because, like, what planet are they supposed to survive on? Anybody think that through? Really? Anybody? Anyone think that one through? Seriously asking right now. Because, this is not sustainable for our entire species. And they want to do population reduction, and the way they're going to do that is to kill us off. They're not gonna come into schools with healthcare education classes and teach kids about birth control and family planning. Oh no, they're gonna try to ban abortion in every state, and just tell us where we can. Lovely bug in my armpit. They're gonna tell us to go die.